Alright y'all, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be recreating this look. I did this last year for Halloween. The tutorial is like up on my channel, but I thought that I would just recreate it, see like what I could do better. I actually think that I like my old one better than I like this one that I did, but it was fun just to recreate. First I start out with some eyeshadow, and this is a little Morphe brush that I got in a set. It's like one that like comes in one like a brush holder, like a little travel case. Anyway, but I'm just using like a dark color just to map out the triangle. Now I'm doing the nose, and once I did the like triangle, I noticed that I went up on my nose a little bit more than I meant to. So you'll see that when I do the nose, I kind of do like the skull kind of shape, like where it goes like kind of crooked on one side, like, you know, it's not like the full triangle nose, which I think it looks more realistic, but anyway, it just wasn't what I had planned, but that's okay. And so I did the nose. Just drawing lines down my face, and in retrospect, this I actually didn't need to do this. I mean, it kind of gave me a guide, obviously, but they kind of get lost. You'll kind of see how since it's just eyeshadow and it was easy to like wipe off, it kind of got lost in translation when I was like doing the paint and stuff, like the cream paint on my face, but it's okay because it was a good guide to start with. And I also added some of those little cracks, but I ended up taking it off when I was like doing my face makeup and stuff. So actually, I don't actually add like the cracks on there. And now I'm just doing my mouth. The mouth for some reason was just like really hard for me. I don't know why. It's just like always the hardest. And I'm using this Wet n Wild multitask stick in orange. I got this last year from Walmart. It was just a couple bucks. And it's the same one that I used for my last one. But I'm just putting it on there, and then I'm using like a little fluffy brush from the same little set that I used that first brush from to blend it on. So like you can kind of see like the lines are kind of like disappearing, but that's okay. And I wanted to do the orange before I did the black because I didn't want the black to like bleed if I was trying to like, you know, blend out the orange. Now I'm taking a black paint. This is from Wet n Wild as well, but it's not in the stick, it's a pot. And I'm just using like a little brush from the same set, and I'm just painting it on. I will say that these paints, like the pot paints, are not easy to set. I'm not sure why they're not as easy to set as the stick ones. Maybe they have like more oils in them or something, I'm not sure, but I just have a really hard time setting them. So I don't know if these would be good like to walk around in, like if you're doing like face paint or whatever, you know, like it definitely wouldn't be good from like for a kid, like if you're painting a kid's face. But anyway, So now I'm setting all of that. Oh, just kidding. JK. I thought I was. Now I am just drawing the lines back on there very lightly. I took a little bit of that black cream paint that I used to fill all that in, and I just lightly, very lightly, like I put the excess on the back of my hand, and I very lightly, colored it. And now I'm taking some white cream paint, the same Wet n Wild. It's a little pot paint, and just adding some definition to the center, just to create some shadows and some lightness and stuff. Now I'm just taking a little bit more of that orange, because it did start to kind of look weird, because as you can see, when I added that white, it didn't look right. So I decided to add some more orange, but it really comes together after I add the shadow. So now I'm using the James Charles palette, and I'm using orange, I think it's like a deep orange and a light orange, and I'm just setting the outside. I'm not really going on the center where I put that white, but then now I'm taking yellow and I'm putting that in the center, and I think it looks really cool. It's different from what I did last time, but I think I created more dimension this way, so I think it's really cool. Now I'm setting with that black in the James Charles. I don't know why, I just feel like maybe it's just the kind of eyeshadow that I was using, but I just feel like it doesn't really set that well, so, but it's okay, because it's not like I had it on all day. But I would recommend a water-based paint if you are going to be wearing this like all night long. If you're going to do this for like a look and you're going to be wearing it out. And now I'm just using some foundation, and I'm cleaning up the edges. Actually, I think I used concealer, maybe not foundation. Okay, I put some foundation and concealer. Okay. And then I set it with my Maybelline powder in just a second. And I didn't really add any blush or bronzer or anything like that. But I did do some eyeshadow. And I'm just blending that black edge. So now I just put a maroon kind of color in the crease, and focusing it just on the inner and outer corners. And also I thought, well, anyway, I'll tell you in a minute, but I was trying to use this shimmer shade, and then I sprayed my brush and it turned out a little bit better, but I felt like this was too cool tone for the orange, and so I ended up going in my James Charles palette and kind of warming it up with orange, kind of darker orange shade, and I think that it looked better. And then I'm just filling in my brow just a little bit with some brown eyeshadow and that like an angled brush. Now I'm using this NYX Glitter, GLI06. Got this from Ulta. I'm not sure if they still make these kinds of glitters, because I've had it for quite some time, but I'm sure you can find like a holographic glitter somewhere. And I tried my finger, and now I'm using a little brush, like a fluffy brush, and I'm putting a little bit of glitter on my eyelid. I did not use any glitter glue though, so I kind of regret that, but anyway, here is the end product. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and yeah, I don't know if it's any better from last year or if it's any worse. And also I see like I could have added some eyeliner to the eye that the triangle is on, just so that that little space is not white anymore. But anyway, and also it would be cool if you could like paint your whole body like neck down. That'd be cool.